Oh, mariner, ye brave and bold, a quest awaits to treasures untold. In pixel seas ye set to sail, to realms unknown where legends prevail. Fair winds, mariner, guide your way, with joystick in hand let victory sway. Through lands of lore and digital lore, oh, mariner games forevermore. The dungeon's deep, the dragon's fierce, a hero's heart he must pierce. With sword in hand and honor strong, he'll conquer all, right every wrong. Forevermore, the dungeon's deep, the dragon's fierce, a hero's heart he must pierce. With sword in hand and honor strong, he'll conquer all, right every wrong. Forevermore, dream on, mariner, dive into the unknown. With your kiddies by your side, you'll never be alone. Game on, mariner, uncover the secrets within. Together with your feline crew, victory you'll surely win. Fair winds, mariner, guide your way, with joystick in hand, let victory sway. Through lands of lore and digital lore, oh, mariner games forevermore.
Ahoy, divers, and welcome back to Deep Dive Gaming. I am the Mariner. Actually, it's Ahoy, Laggin Out Region. Tis I, the Mariner, back for more Satisfactory gameplay with Satisfactory. That's if my sound will work, because it's not. Everything is sounding very tinny at the moment, including the game. And I think I know why. So I may have to restart things. I'm going to definitely bail out of the Discord, because I think that's what's causing it. That way the heater goes out so I can actually hear what I'm saying. So, skip the notification list for live show. Yeah, that's... Ethan didn't do his usual video. I sent him the stream title and everything. He hadn't gotten around to it yet. So, mute music. No, we don't have the music on. Okay, the game sounds better now. So I think that was it. I think it was Discord causing Discord once again. So, ahoy Twitch, ahoy YouTube, ahoy Rumble, and ahoy Kick. Ahoy Mojo, ahoy Great Kazoo, and ahoy Mariner Kitty, who may give us a cameo later, we'll see. So, right now I'm in the middle of the ironworks because I was trying to do something earlier today because I'm out of reinforced plates. And so, rather than stop every 5 minutes to make more reinforced plates, I was going to set up some ironworks here to take care of that for me. But I did not get it done in time. So instead, what we're going to do is run over and I'm going to show off my nuclear power plant, fully armed and operational battle station to an extent. I have to hand feed a lot of the materials in order for it to work, but it does work. I've got all the materials I needed being produced. So the only quandary I have at this particular stage is whether or not we actually can use it. And while I'm running along, I will elaborate. So, I have found out through research that drones can use uranium fuel rods or plutonium fuel rods or fixonium fuel rods and not produce waste. So if we set up a fuel, set this all up, oops, wrong turn. If we set all this up to produce uranium fuel rods, and instead of feeding it to a nuclear generator, feed it to a drone or drone hub, we don't have to worry about uranium waste. That sounds advantageous to me because of the fact that it takes very few uranium rods to get around places. One, the ratio is, I think, the inverse of what it is if you have like fuel or turbo fuel. Hey, more other pieces. Drawback is that we lose out on having a nuclear power plant right away, because that would, we can either make the uranium fuel rods for drones or for the nuclear power plant. Not, unfortunately, both at the same time right now. I need to go this way. Now, the other idea, I am now lost. What's going on, Mojo? Having trouble? What is this? Oh, I'm okay. I see. Uh-oh. Oh no. Get me to school. Oh no. Poor kid. But as I was saying, we have uranium fuel rods that we can make. And we don't have to, if we use them for drones, we don't have to worry about uranium waste. But we also lose out on 2,500 megawatts of power. Now, if we go the other way, and we keep the nuclear power plant running, we have to deal with the nuclear waste. There's a plan for that. There is mechanics built into this game to deal with that. But we don't have everything we need unlocked in order to utilize it, in order to deal with said waste. Because we could use the uranium waste as a component for making plutonium fuel rods. We've got the technology for that. But then we have the problem of plutonium waste, which is twice as hard to deal with. So what I thought I would do is let you guys decide whether we go with 2,500 megawatts of power or drone usage. Where's my nuclear power plant? It's down there. Okay. Well, I'm up way higher than I thought I would be. So here is the power plant. So yeah, do we want to run this or do we want to do drones? Because we can't right now do both. But what I thought of is that we can utilize the drones if we make this like a drone hub and use the uranium fuel rods to power said drones. That's the basis of our larger network already in place. so we can work on things like nuclear pasta. So I thought I would bring it to my viewers and see what their opinion was. But while you're mulling that over, I'm going to turn this on so you can actually see what this looks like when it's running. Because it's actually kind of cool. I'm going to do a quick save. Beep. Yeah, I'm genuinely have mixed opinion on what I should do. Because I put in all the time and effort into making this thing functional. And the only thing that I could see that would be feasible to do both would still end with the result of me having uranium waste to deal with. Now, the uranium... Chieftain has updated all the streams for the awesome manner. Thank you, Chieftain. Thank you very much. Hello, and ahoy, by the way. Now, part of the drawback of the nuclear waste is that we have to put it somewhere if we're not going to use it. And wherever we put it, it's going to be issuing volts radiation. And the more uranium waste we dump into it, the more radiation output there's going to be. So it really behooves us to put this radiation somewhere where we're not going to be frequenting, so that we don't have to self-irradiate every time we come over here. And so I was thinking, like, down here, or down there. I think I rigged this up to be down there earlier. So yeah, we put it somewhere like here. This is as far down as I dare go. Hey, there's a spot. Actually, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to hang out up here. Watch this thing turn on for the first time. I think we still got a minute because it's the uranium rod still hasn't quite shown up. So, opinions, contributions. Why is the microphone on the queue? Oh, I see what's wrong. Oh, my microphone is not showing up in Streamlabs. Have you been able to hear me this entire time? Even though the microphone is wrong? We can hear you. Okay. You know, I'm going to load this up again. Except when I don't talk. Yep. Hardy har har from Mojo. Okay, what the heck is going on with OBS with Streamlabs? That's not what I want. There. Now let's see if OBS will see it. There. Now you're hearing. Oh, turn down the gain. Now you're hearing me on the right device. Whoops. That's where it was. The cable was. There. That's better. Just kidding. Let me turn the gain down on the microphone itself. There we go. Okay. Wonder when that got messed up. And now I don't hear the game. So I'm going to restart the game. It's not logging out streamers unless things go wrong. Play. Make sure my audio. Wait, what? System sound, headphones, microphone, Yeti. I don't know. Somehow the computer decided it wanted to try and put a sound out through the input device. But things should be better now. Yes, there we go. Okay. So again, I put it to the audience. Should I keep the nuclear power plant, deal with the uranium waste until I can do plutonium stuff? Should I forego the nuclear power and just do the hub? Yeah, it's dumb. Okay, so I guess uranium is on the way, or uranium control rods are on the way. What did I load into? I must have loaded into that. Okay. So actually, I want to load into that, and well, so no one's giving me any feedback. I think what I'll do is I'll keep the uranium, or I'll keep the nuclear power plant for now. Deal with the uranium waste. We'll just come over here. Where to put the uranium waste? That's the biggest question now. I thought, like I said, I'd put it down here somewhere. Let's go ahead and at least turn it on. We can let the uranium waste sit in it for a minute while we make its plate about to put it, but I want to show this off. Now it's really interesting. The uranium ore that we mine is radioactive. After it goes into the first machine, the thing we get out of that is not. Oh, I see. It's taking forever. I don't know what we're going to be making over here. They're called encased uranium cells. Now, the encased part is interesting. Maybe that's what's doing it, is that it's encased, so it's not, it's the, I don't know, I'm using sulfur, silicate, and quick wire. But yeah, if I come down here, you can see I'm getting radiation off of the uranium. But no radiation off of these guys. Should really upgrade these conveyor belts. They're so slow. So yeah, I think what I might do is mix. Like I might put a splitter on the track or on the conveyor belt and have it go to a drone port. So that's comprised of lead sulfide, lead carbonate, lead sulfate in layman's terms. Yeah, and we've not used any lead. Maybe the sulfur? I don't know. But as you can see, I'm standing right next to these things and they're not emitting any radiation. Here's the recipe for the plutonium pellet, which is waste plus non-fissile uranium. Non-fissile uranium requires silica, nitric acid, and sulfuric acid in order to make the non-fissible uranium. The non-fissible uranium goes into the production of plutonium pellets, or if you bypass that and use an alternate, you can go straight into encased plutonium cells, which allow you to then make plutonium rods. Could be the sulfite. But yeah, anyways, after I make my decision about what I'm doing, I am going to work towards, I'm going to head back to the ironworks, get the reinforced plates construction along with the screws and the rods, I think, going, and then we'll start Operation Rebuild. And what we'll do is we'll make We'll find a place to make basic ironworks or basic iron stuff, like plates and screws and rods. And we'll find a place where we will use that material to construct reinforced plates, modular frameworks, or modular frames. I feel like there's something I'm forgetting in that. Metal is made up of 4 stable radioactive isotopes. Then we'll do them in levels. We'll like pick a spot for each individual thing. Figure out transport. So like have a place for copper wiring, copper sheets. We'll have a place for quick wire production. We'll just do the individual parts in small. The irony. We'll do the manufacturing at small bases. Then we'll pick locations for the larger bases to build the bigger things. That's okay. Once we do the bigger things, we'll just do it in stages. And the idea, what we will work towards, is nuclear pasta. Now, the copper powder is really easy to make. It's just mining copper and grinding it up. The other thing that we're going to need, though, which is more challenging, is the pressure conversion tube. Because that requires heavy modular frames, aluminum thingy-maboppers, and nitric acid plus radio control units, which also require the aluminum thingy-maboppers. Like there's a couple of different recipes here we could try to make the radio control units. Those together will give us the conversion to cube. Then we just throw in a bunch of copper and we've got nuclear pasta. Which seems a little anticlimactic, but whatever. We're almost there. Water. Oh, Mojo, did you happen to see that 1.1.0.4 is out now for Satisfactory, and they fixed a lot of bugs with oh dang, 50 of these things? Whoopsie. Well, you shouldn't get that after too long here. But they fixed a lot of glitches or a lot of stuff with the controller support. So if you haven't tried it yet, you'll probably like the experience now. If you did try it before and got lost or had trouble, it might be fixed now. Been online all day. First time was about 5 minutes before stream. Oh man. Up to 20. Probably gonna upgrade this conveyor belt. Of course, once it all gets here, it'll be ooh, we can put in more electronic control rods. Didn't like it first time that fin. Two. Didn't like it the first time, not a fan this time either. I'm assuming you're talking about the junior high. Itchy ear, itchy ear, itchy ear. Part-time parent-teacher volunteer. Ah! By incident or on purpose? I thought so. Alright, now we get to watch. This thing takes 2.5 minutes to spit out uranium rod. So I'm really just helping her with the stairs. Yeah, I'm thinking I'll probably do the uranium down that hole somewhere, or at the end of this little land area over here, or something. And then you will use drones to haul it off somewhere to deal with the next phase, to eventually make the plutonium pellets. But I think that's what we'll do. Like I said, actually, I've got everything that I need made for uranium rods. So I could start the whole process of the plates. Well, I need the plates for the constructors for other locations, and also the screws. So I think I'll finish that part up after we get going here. It'd be nice if I could connect this site up to these sites here, but that's going to be some more work because I don't want to get into 85%. %. And voila, we have uranium fuel rod that puts out radiation. So the final step of the final leg of the journey is a long one. Ugh, I really need to increase these. No. There's that. Let's try this. Really? Oh yeah, I don't have the conveyor belt. There we go. That's faster. And go! It's up and running. You got an arm here. And eventually it will do an emanation where it'll swap out this rod for another. Put together 3 mods for Fallout 4 production. He looks like the Dalek one. That's awesome. Has the voices of your Dalek companion. Oh. There it goes. So it drops that one in the hole, brings up another one, puts it in place. There's another animation where it gets a little stuck, but anyways, let's go ahead and deal with the nuclear waste. I think we'll just put it down here. At the very tippy tip of this particular this way the drones will have an easier time getting to it when we finally set that up. Oops, that was wrong. Can this go from down there all the way up here? It can. And let's do uniformity over here. Where is this? Looks like it goes here. But yeah, the more of these we get stacked up, the higher the radiation will be. But that is how we have nuclear power. We have 2,500 watts coming off of this. With all the other stuff we've got hooked up, we got 3,300 megawatts of power. 3,200 on the low side. This is also spinning. Heck no, Gazoo. It's too much radiation. I'm getting low on filters as it is. We'll take a train from plant to plant. That is true. Excuse me. But yeah, I dilly-dallied with the nuclear power long enough. I think it's time to focus on getting the next thing for project assembly done. Then we can get into tier 5 and deal with that mess. Should probably also work on making a new plant for turbo fuel. Also thinking about like how to do transportation between tier 1 plants and tier 3 or tier 5 plants, because I think that's the thing that's going to be the most difficult part, is like mapping this out. Where are we going to put everything? How are we going to get, how are we going to set up the supply lines, all that sort of thing. What's going to be made where? All that's going to take some planning. There's a waterfall over there. And I think once we get the construction set up for those other places, or in those other places, I hear him. Where'd he go? Oh, we have a mercenary sphere nearby. Whoops. Must be behind this iron or this copper deposit. Yep, there it is. I was talking to a coworker today about this game, trying to explain it. Trying to also like go into some of the story nuance, such as it is, or some of the mysteries that are involved with it. Alright, so we've got steel production. You mean good twin, right? It is the evil twin. It is clearly the evil twin. Okay, I'm going to turn off overflow for these guys for right now. I think. Oh, that was wrong. Okay, none. There we go. Turn this off because I'm going to move this thing over to move it over here. The idea is I want this the steel from this to go over there instead of right into the awesome sink. So I may do it this way. we'll leave that alone for now. Where's a good power source? Whoops. That'll work. Maybe. Oh shoot. Need to get Copperworks producing wire next. You know, I was playing with the idea of doing a playthrough of this game where I brute force everything. Just to see if it would take any less time. But the idea would be that the only thing that gets factory construction are the project assembly parts. Everything else I have to make by hand. I don't think it's going to be one that I would do on stream though. Because it does sound a bit on the painful side. But I kind of want to prove that it can be done. There we go. I've also got this set up in case anyone missed it. With the summer sloops, you get double the material output. So you make the alien, double the alien protein, then double the DNA capsules. And then the point requirements to get the next ticket, to get the next coupon using DNA points does not increase with time. With like you get to the threshold, I guess it does actually. Last time I looked at this, it was 6,000, but it did increase finally to 10,000. So eventually, this will be ridiculous as well, but it'll help me contribute to the overall total. We're up to 323. I have 100 something on hand on my person, so we're almost halfway there. Okay, so. We're going to make this, no, we'll keep this as any, but we'll make this as, actually, I think we should make this as also any. Bridge over that conveyor belt. And then have this come over here. So this doesn't have to do plates and rods. It can just do rods and screws. We may not even need that many rods. We can just do like one for rods and the rest for screws. Let's go ahead and merge these up. Yeah, we'll do a smart splitter, I think. We need more plates for that. Oops, hang on a second. I goofed that up. It's a multi-phase thing because I gotta make this next. There are some things, if you were to do brute force, try and do brute force, that you would not be able to construct. Like anything that requires a blender, I think, or like manufactured stuff that you can build in the manufacturer would still apply. But anything that would like require a blender, which it takes a liquid component and solid component and smashes them together, those would not work so well. Oops, this should have been a smart. So we're going to do overflow, I think. And then this one will be the constructor for the rods. Per minute. Ag. That should be fine. We'll throw this at the top. Actually, I might. So it's going to be 160 total. Just so we have an even number, I think I'll overclock this to do 20. That'll give us 140 to play with for the screws. Oof, that's gonna be interesting. Shot spot. I should be able to do this sensibly. Get it to line up. So the first constructor will be here. And we're going to do cast screws. Let's going to be 12 per minute in, 15 per minute out. Can we increase this to receive 20? There we go. Okay. 20, 40, 60, 80, 120. That's a lot of screws. You know what? We may not actually need to route the plates over here. In which case, that rearrangement was unnecessary. I'm gonna turn back time. I'm gonna turn back time to before we moved that all around. We got plenty of ore to play. Whoops! Since we got plenty of ore to play with, I'm not gonna worry about bringing plates over here. Just gonna merge these all together, make plates and screws. To make the reinforced plates. What is going on here? We also need to make cabling. Oops, sorry, I'm trying to just realize my YouTube was not on live chat. Sorry. Did I forget? Yes, I did. All that effort, I didn't actually bother to make the reinforced plates. Why is that going off? That's right, I need to reset these things. Beep, 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 beep. Tor. This will be cast screw. Actually, I think I'm doing this wrong, but I'm just put it there for now, just so that I can measure where to put this. So weird, it will not let me do that curve. Rod. And then overflow. Industrial container. I wonder how high I can clock this. Okay. I think we're only going to do 20. Okay, so strangely it only takes 12.5 ingots per minute to do the cast screws. And we get 50 of them. To make that number decent enough to be usable, let's see, 150, or 140 rather. Let's see. Let's look at what it takes to do the plates. Okay, so 40 and 40, so if we do 2 plates, that's 80. And then 30 for the screw, 30 each for the screws, that would equal 140. So we're actually going to split this off. Watch myself, because right over there are some spore towers and a giant stinger. It's the Krakenos. So, put a regular old splitter here, I think. We'll put constructor. Okay, so that's 30. That's 60 used. And there, we're out of cables again. Doggone it. Just want a simple merger. There it is, okay. Let's see, what's the output? Okay, 120 per minute. That means we definitely need to have a Mark II conveyor out of each of these. We'll need to worry about how many assemblers we're going to need to use all these up. Actually, thinking we may branch off. We'll only do like, we could actually just feed one of these guys into an assembler, and the other one goes straight into a storage container. Because we do need screws as well. To make it even, we can move this guy forward. There's enough gap there. Maybe we'll do half foundations. We're going to need them half a little bit further out. Ag! I put it in backwards. Damn it. This was the rest of first. That takes a lot of the curve. So, next. We'll just put industrial storage right here. Uh-oh. Right, modular frames. It just keeps getting more and more complex. Actually, oh, I needed two. For now. Okay, so that is 30 and 20, so if that's 50, so 90 left to go. 30. How are we going to do this then? Whoa. What exploded? And popped. Wow, look at that. All that cough, cough. Spores. Okay, where's that? Can't tell if it's a slug. Oh, I think it's this. Yeah, Mercer sphere. Nice. Okay. So chainsaws, two chainsaws sounds playing at the same time. Do it? Does it? You got better hearing than I do. I only detect the one. So like two people sawing at the same time. Oh. Unless I've got desktop audio going at the same time. I do. That might be it. Because I'm capturing the game sound due to failure on my part. So let's try this again. Is that better? That was weird. There's just one of you sawing away. Yeah. As it should be. Let's see. Oh, wait a second. I understand. Okay. I lost track of what I was doing. So we actually kind of needed to keep that there. Or put the constructor back and just do screws and then send the screws forward. But what we did need to do is have another splitter set up. Friggin'. Okay. Okay, so we got 160, right? Yeah, 160 ingots coming in. Send 20 off to that, so I got 140 left. This is taking 30, so that's 110. This is taking 30, so that's 80 remaining. So we need to split this into a couple of constructors. Did I clear that space? Not quite. There's another spore thingy right up in there. Take that, shrub. That was kind of neat. Ah, okay, I want to build an assembler really quick. If I had the reinforced plates to do it. Once I get this accomplished, I'll have reinforced plates galore. Just getting me there is it's difficult. Like at the beginning of the early game, when you're trying to get things set up, you're constantly needing reinforced plates, but you don't have reinforced plate production set up, so you have to make a few, build, make a few, build, make a few, build. Okay, so I'm going to put that there. And I'm going to see... Ooh, wow, 250 per minute. How much is this bit now? 120? Wow, okay. We actually may need a second one of these after all. So we'll take these back. Put a merger here. Okay, so that's 240, right? 240. This needs to be 250 though, so bump these up So they're putting out 125 per minute, which is the top end availability of these guys. This means we're using... Okay. Excuse me. I will. In that case. Come on, phone, you should be silent. Okay, I think what I'll do is I'll put another splitter over here. Whoops. Put a splitter here facing the right direction. Actually, no, I don't need to do that. What I'll do is I'll smart splitter along this track here. Overflow will go into a container like this. I think that makes the most sense because that's going to fill up really quick. So we're going to have Mark III and a Mark IV here. Right? It's because Mark II is only 120. We're having 125 being spit out, so we need like a Mark III. 270 times 2 is 400. No. Oh, we would need a Mark V, really. Actually, you know what? I think that's okay. If we do Mark IIs. So we can't do Mark IIs because we don't have a... So yeah, this would have to be let me get a Mark IV. Actually, it already is. That's fine. Yeah, like I said, we'll just do overflow off of this into one of these because they'll fill up at 250 or 500 per minute. That's going to fill up awful fast, so we're going to have plenty of overflow that could feed into a container for screws. Still have to solve the plates. Alright, so 30, 60, 80. Ooh, wow. Okay. So could totally do 50 per minute here. So 50, so that'll split. don't need to go out that far. If we offset them like this, we can put them next to immediately next to each other, and they won't clip. Okay, each of these is going to take 50 ingots per minute. So that's 100. So we can clock this down to 25. Times 2 is 50. So it's 150. That means we can make this one, underclock this one to 10 per minute. Since we don't need to make that many rods. So that's 160 off of this total. And then the only question is how many plates do you need per minute? 90 per minute. This is going to put out 66 point something. So this will be a little slow to produce. Won't be able to produce, well, actually, now that since we've reduced these down, so 100 per minute, 100 per minute, 200 per minute. Put this down to 12. Yeah. So we're still a little under budget on the plates, but we're not as bad as we were. Alright, time to widen this all up. Oops, we gotta do this first. Music in the swampland's kind of eerie, kind of ominous. I wonder if that'll let us. That may not let us. That's not gonna let us. Okay. Might just have enough room to put this even Steven with its brother. Yeah, I'll have to put a little bit of something here. Copy. Oops. Oh, good. Copy. Paste. I also forgot to put you. Okay. Still need some level 2. Suppose I could use level 3, but I don't want to. Need a total of 8. one's already... Did I not make them? Did I just see the number 6 can be made and skipped ahead? Yes. I keep doing that. I keep skipping steps. Okay, these guys are powered. I'm gonna put you there and you there. I'm gonna grab you and I'm gonna extend you. I don't like crossing streams, but it's unavoidable, I think, at this particular moment. Actually, maybe not. If we can do this one. Yeah, there we go. Oops, we forgot our container. There. I just need to find a spot to put it that is not gonna clip the cable. Actually, I know what we can do. Put this here. That there, put that there, and we can put a industrial storage right there. We can put a splitter or smart splitter once we make another reinforced. Where's the thing? There it is. Overflow, we'll go into that. Okay. The only thing left to do is to connect that to storage so we can and also run excess over there. Ow, ow, ow. Oof, okay. So more industrial storage. Another depot which needs modular frames. So we'll do this. Put you over here. Actually, no, that's not gonna work either. So I want a splitter coming off. Well, actually, it might work. gonna need to be a smart splitter though, which means we need more reinforced frames, and we need more more modular frames. Actually, I think what I should do though is get this running, because it'll be easier to make modular frames if we've already got the reinforced iron plate. So we'll leave that there. I think everything is wired up and powered. Whoops. Just need to come over here and say any. And off it goes. We'll also check for debug and for bugs. All of those are connected. This looks like an awful connection. Okay, so these are running. These are running, those are running. They're not getting fed yet, but I think it's just because the manifold is still filling up. Oh no! Huh. These are supposed to be plates. Whoopsie. And they're using 60 per minute. How many plates do we need? 72. Can drop this down to 36. Why are we overflowing? Oh, I see. Maybe. Yeah, I think it's supposed to be outputting at 120. It's only doing it at 60. There we go. That's better. Okay, so 54. 54, so we're doing 108 here. 108 plus 50, so it's 158. Wow. Could drop you down to 2 per minute. And you're already full anyways. Like I said, we don't need a lot of rods. For that matter, we could probably drop these down. Even further. But I think we'll leave it alone. Okay, honey badger. I see your pineapple on pizza there. Why are you taking so long on the plates? Oh, I think I know why. This one's only supposed to be splitting. Not that, you jerk. And this one is supposed to be feeding this. That's better. Yes, I did, Mojo. Yeah, I think that's better. You know what? I think it's foolish to clock this down. Because it's only getting the overflow. It can process the overflow as much as it wants, as fast as it wants. Ouch. Yeah, that looks like it's feeding much better. Yeah. So first thing is, oh, I thought that was a star for a second. I'll put this here. Actually, we wanted that one. I think the reason that it's so dark in this area is because there's a mist over the swamp, and that doesn't allow evening light through, so it's darker over here than it should be. Okay, so we want all or any and then overflow this way. And then I'm gonna run conveyor from here along this path. Hard to merge. There we go. There. Now we have overflow plates going into there, overflow concrete going into there, overflow reinforced iron plates going into there. I think that'll work. We don't necessarily need to trim the shrubbery. Well, this guy's in the road. There we go. There. Now we've got reinforced. We got plates, screws, and reinforced iron plates getting fed back into our dimensional depot. So that's good. Let's go check on our factory, our nuclear power plant really quick. Whoa, that's cool. I wonder if these flowers are meant to be glowing in the dark, or if that's just a... I think they are. Because the lighting, it's not a lighting glitch because nothing around it is doing the same thing. That's cool. I've never noticed these flowers glowed before. I'm gonna have to set up a turbo fuel factory here at some point. So I've cooked through a lot of my turbo fuel while I've been roaming the lands, and I don't have any reserve. I don't have a lot of reserves anymore, and I don't have anything to supply more. So, whoops. But I do appreciate everyone coming and hanging out. Be sure to tune. I've been forgetting to do the plugs. Be sure to tune in tomorrow night for Laggin Out Live podcast with Hero Chieftain and Soda Pop, talking about pop culture news and topics of the week. There aren't many. Gazoo's going to be happy to hear about one, because we're happy about one that we talk about, or that they talk about. Also, Rogue Penguin will be on the stream tomorrow night, so tune in for that. It's always fun when she comes on board. I'll probably be on myself in a couple or 3 weeks, depending on my stream, my D&D schedule. I think I'm gonna try and beg off a weekend coming up at the end of May, so that I can be on the Laggin Out podcast again, because we have earmarked a topic just for me. There's no time sensitivity on it. It's actually kind of a dead topic, because it's all based on a rumor that was heard, or that was going around the internet, but has been denied by those in charge of the IP it mentions. Oh no, is it out of a fuel rod? Yeah, it looks like it might be out of fuel. I'll be back on my channel on Sunday night for more Satisfactory gameplay of Satisfactory. Looks like I might be out of the key component here. I have more being manufactured, but it looks like it used up all the ones I'd supplied. Which means I might need to work on automated supply for this particular component. Yeah, we need more quick wire. Must chew through that pretty quick. Yeah, looks like it. Yeah, I think it's the uranium in the thing. Also, check out the shop, lagginout.com. Follow the shop link. You'll go to Fourth Wall. You can buy T-shirts, or you can buy some swag. I think the T-shirts went off after last Friday's show because the sale ended. But that is that. We have nuclear power. I don't know why it's smoking when there's no fuel. Alright. So, until next time, enjoy Satisfactory, fair winds, and fun gaming. I'm the Mariner, signing off and lagging out. Bye!
Oh, Mariner, ye brave and bold, a quest awaits to treasures untold. In pixel seas ye set to sail, to realms unknown where legends prevail. Fair winds, Mariner, guide your way, with joystick in hand let victory sway. Through lands of lore and digital lore, oh, Mariner gains forevermore. The dungeon's deep, the dragon's fierce, a hero's heart he must pierce. With sword in hand and armor strong, you'll conquer all, right every wrong. It's forevermore. The dungeon's deep, the dragon's fierce, a hero's heart he must pierce. With sword in hand and armor strong, he'll conquer all, right every wrong. It's forevermore. Beam on, Mariner, dive into the unknown. With your kiddies by your side, you'll never be alone. Game on, Mariner, uncover the secrets within. Together with your feline crew, victory you'll surely win.